to my channel. So today we're just going to be doing our sun, moon, and stars tutorial. So we're going to start off by splitting our face in half. I know that sounds kind of weird, but it's very similar to the last week's video. We're just going to split our face in half and we're going to apply our IT Cosmetics CC Plus cream in the shade medium on half of our face. And what we're going to do is next we're just going to apply our IT Cosmetics CC Plus cream in the shade light, and we're going to mix that with a white body paint just so we can get a little paler of a shade. And what we're doing here is we're showing the contrast between the sun and the moon. So on the right side of our face we're going to have a darker foundation, and on the left side of our face we're going to have our lighter foundation. Because we're going to be painting on our chest, I did bring the foundation onto my chest as well, just so we can have a little nicer of a base whenever we start painting on top of that. For our contour, we are just going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, and we're going to take the shade Cream. Using that, I'm just going to contour my jawline, under my cheekbones, my temples, and I'm even going to start to contour my collarbones as well. And we can't forget about the nose. We are then going to take the shade Cinnamon and start going over all of those same contours just to add a little bit more definition and enhance the depth of our contours. Taking my NYX concealer in the shade CW02, I am then going to apply that to the highlights of my face. So for example, the forehead, under my eyes, my chin, the top of my collarbones, etc. And now I'm just going to blend all of that away with my Morphe Beauty Blender. Next, taking my Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette and then taking the shade Light Cocoa, and I'm going to set all of the places that I applied concealer. Taking that same palette, I'm just going to apply Medium Cocoa into all of the places I want to apply contour, and this is going to set our cream contour from earlier. Now I'm just taking an orange eyeshadow from the Morphe 35B palette, and I'm just going to further enhance my contour on the right side of my face just so we can get more of a fiery effect. I'm then going to go over top of that with a red eyeshadow from the palette as well. I'm going to repeat that same step, except for the left side of my face I am going to be using a blue eyeshadow. For my eyebrows, I'm just going to be using the same shades I used for the contour. So for example, on this eyebrow, I'm going to have orange on the inner part of my brow, and out towards the arch, I'm going to switch to the red so we can get an ombre effect and more of a faded flame sort of look. As for the lunar side of my face, I'm just taking a light blue eyeshadow on the inner part of my brow and a dark navy on the outer part of my brow. Going back into my Morphe 35B palette, I'm then going to take the yellow shimmer shade and apply that all over my lid. I'm then going to take the orange shade with a blending brush and just buff that into my crease. Then taking the white matte eyeshadow, I'm just going to put that under my brow bone just to highlight it. Taking our matte yellow eyeshadow, we are just going to apply that in the crease of our sun side and just start to build that up. We're now going back to our orange eyeshadow, and we're really going to focus on making it as pigmented as possible. We are also going to take this eyeshadow down onto our lower lash line and start blending in towards our inner corner. Taking the iridescent pink from the palette, we are just going to apply that all over our lid, and then we're just going to apply the iridescent purple right over top of that to add a little bit more pigment. Taking the matte purple, we are just going to apply that onto our crease and start blending with a blending brush. And then we're going to do the same thing with our blue and apply that right over top of the purple and bring that down to our lower lash line as well and start blending towards the inner corner. For the eyeliner, we are just going to wing it out using our Wolf palette, and we're going to take the orange and mix that a little bit with the red just so we can get more of the fiery color that we're going for. And we're going to be doing the same thing on our lunar side, except we're going to be taking the blue color from the Wolf palette. Taking a nude eyeliner, we are just going to apply that to our lower waterline, and taking a black eyeliner, we are just going to tightline our upper lash line. Going back and taking our iridescent yellow, we are just going to apply that with a pencil sponge to the inner corner of our eye, and we're going to do the same thing except taking our iridescent pink for the lunar side. Next, we're just going to apply our Tarte Tartiest mascara. Also from Tarte, we are going to be applying our Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Tipsy onto the apples of our cheeks on the sun side, and on the lunar side we are going to be applying Lorac Matte Blush in Tinge. And then we're just going to set all of this with our Airspun Translucent Powder. Going forward, we are just going to be applying our Ardell Demi Wispies to both of our eyes. And now we are going to start painting. I am taking my Graftobian Pro Paint in the shade White Swan, and I'm just going to start with my Crescent Mood on the side of my face. I'm just going to start by slowly sketching out how I want it to look, and then I'm going to continue by filling it in. Going in with the sun, I'm going to take a white body paint just to outline the sun's shape and how I want it to look. I'm then going to attempt the shape multiple times, be unhappy with it, and finally erase and fix it until I get the desired shape I was going for. We are then going to take our yellow color from our wolf palette, and we're just going to go over that and start to fill in our sun. Going on to our sunbeams, I'm just going to loosely sketch out some shapes that I like. Don't be too discouraged. I actually messed up quite a few times before I got the shapes that I liked, so it was a lot of trial and error for me at this point, but I basically just sketch out the shapes of the sunbeams that I like, and then I'm just going to go ahead and fill them in with the yellow body paint. Now taking my orange color from the wolf palette, I'm then going to apply that around certain parts of the sun just to kind of add more of a shadow to the sun and also give it more color variation. Going back into my Morphe 35B palette, I'm taking the blue eyeshadow and adding a shadow to my moon as well. Going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills That Glow Glow Kit, I'm taking the shade Sunbeam and applying that to the cheekbones of my sun side. And on my lunar side, I'm going back into the Morphe 35B palette, and I'm going to be taking the iridescent pink eyeshadow and just applying that to my collarbone and cheekbone. For the sun half of my face, I'm going to be applying ColourPop Lippy Sticks in the shade Taurus. And for the lunar side of my face, I'm going to be taking ColourPop's Liquid Lip in the shade Lumiere 2. Taking my white body paint again, I'm just going to start by creating 3 little stars on my cheek, and I'm going to be carrying that down through the rest of my chest. Now for creating little tiny stars on my body, I would normally use a chip brush in the white body paint, but because I had left it at school, I'm using a spray bottle and just spraying some white body paint onto my chest and forehead. Then taking my Maron mixing liquid and my metallic powder in the shade Lavender, I'm just going to be applying a little bit on my lips on the lunar side and over top of my stars. I am also going to be brushing that through my blue eyebrow as well. Then taking my Graftobian Liquid Skin Sparkle in the shade Ruby Sunrise, I'm just going to be applying that to my sunbeams and the sun itself, just to add a little bit more rise and shine action. I'm also going to be applying that to my lips and the tips of my eyelashes. And that is the completed look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below what you'd like to see next. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Shout out to you, Chase!